Hello friends. So in the last video we have discussed about electric field around an infinite line of charge. So in which we have considered the symmetry which is cylindrical. So here electric field. Now we will discuss about the electric field around charge spherical cell. So obviously in this we have considered uh, Gaussian surface as a spherical symmetry. Okay, so consider a uniformly charged spherical cell carrying a charge Q. Let O be the center and R be the radius of cell and sigma be the surface density. Then we can write Q is equals to 4 pi r square into sigma, and this is the equation number 19. So as shown in figure 12a, we have considered a spherical surface or a sphere which is the radius of capital R. O is the center of the sphere, and sigma is the surface charge density. So the relation between the surface charge density and charge, the charge Q which is on the surface of the sphere. So obviously Q is equals to surface the charge density sigma into area, and the area of the sphere is 4 pi r square because its radius is capital R. So the uh, charge Q is equals to 4 pi r square into sigma. This is the equation number 19. So for this spherical surface or a sphere, there are three cases for which we want to calculate the electric field. One is outside the surface of the sphere. One is second is on the surface of the sphere, and another the last is number three is inside the surface. So let me take the first case at a point outside the cell. So consider a charged cell of radius r that is shown in the figure 12a. Let P be the point outside the cell at a distance r from the center O. Okay, so there is a point P that is outside the sphere, which is the sphere of radius r. So the distance of point P from the center of the sphere O is small r. So now let us construct a Gaussian surface with radius r, and this radius that is small r is greater than the radius capital R. So the electric field E is the normal to the surface. So the electric field is the normal to the surface, which we consider Gaussian surface. Electric field is radially outward. So therefore, the direction and electric field of direction of electric field and the sphere is normal to each other. Okay. So uh, in this case, we have constructed a Gaussian surface, spherical Gaussian surface V of radius r, small r, which is shown in figure 12a. So now the flux crossing the Gaussian surface normally in outward direction is okay. So this Gaussian surface, the flux crossing the Gaussian surface normally outward direction is given by the Gauss's law, and that is closed loop integration E dot dA is equals to Q enclosed upon epsilon 0. This is the Gauss's law. So we will take here Q enclosed is equals to Q. So it is Q upon epsilon 0. So now here the electric field E and n cap, which is the direction of area, both are in the same direction because on the sphere surface of the sphere, if we take the area, so the direction of area is spherically outward, and the direction of electric field is is also spherically outward. So both are in the same direction. Though therefore, E dot n cap. N cap is the direction of the area. Both are in the same direction. So the angle between them is zero. So E dot n cap is E cos theta, and theta is zero. So therefore, it is equals to E. So hence E gets outside the integration. So E into integration dA, and that is equals to Q upon epsilon 0. Okay, that is equals to q upon epsilon 0. So now here integration dA is equals to 4 pi r square, because here the Gaussian surface is spherical and the area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. R is the radius of the sphere. So E into 4 pi r square is equals to q upon epsilon 0. And if we make subject E, we want to find out the electric field at point P. So we make E subject. So it is equals to 4 pi epsilon 0 q upon r square. So this is the equation number 20. And here the radius of Gaussian surface small r is greater than the radius of the sphere, that is capital R. Okay. Now we will substitute the value of q. Now, so it become A is equals to 1 upon epsilon 0. Instead of q, we have 4 pi r square into sigma. This is the equation number 19. We have substitute the value of q from equation number 19, that is 4 pi r square into sigma. So here E is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0. Instead of q, we can write 4 pi r square into sigma upon small r square. So 4 pi gets cancelled out, and remaining term is E is equals to sigma r square upon epsilon 0 into 1 upon r square. So this is the electric field at point P outside the sphere, and the electric field of charge cell caused by 1 upon r square. So electric field outside the spherical surface is caused like 1 upon r square. Okay, so this is the electric field outside the spherical surface. Now the second case, which is we want to find out the electric field on the surface of the sphere. So second case at the point on the cell. So in this case, we put small r is equals to capital R in equation 20 and equation 21, because now small r is which is the radius of Gaussian surface, or a distance from the center to the point P, center of the sphere, and point P at which we want to calculate the electric field. Now we want to calculate electric field on the surface of the sphere. So uh, P point will be on the surface of the sphere, and therefore the distance from center of the sphere to point P is the radius of the sphere. So small r is equals to capital R. So electric field E is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 q upon capital R. It is the equation number 20. Instead of small r, we have now capital R square. And now in equation number 21, if we put the value of small r as a capital R, small r is equals to capital R, then r square get cancelled out, and remaining term is A is equals to sigma upon epsilon 0. So this is the electric field on the surface of the sphere, and we can easily calculating it by sigma upon epsilon 0. The sigma is the surface charge density. Okay. So now the last case, inside the cell. Now we want to calculate the electric field inside the spherical cell. So if the point P is inside the cell, that is small r is less than capital R. Now the small r, which is the distance from the center to the point P, it is less than r. R is the radius of the sphere, as shown in figure 12b. Now the charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface is 0. First we look at the figure 12b. So here we can see that the Gaussian surface is inside the sphere of radius r. So there is no charge enclosed within the Gaussian surface, because all charge are on the surface of the sphere r. So there is dotted line, which is a Gaussian surface, and uh, inside the Gaussian surface there is no charge. So therefore the flux or a field inside the spherical surface is 0. So E dot dA, closed loop integration A dot dA, or we can say that flux or electric field inside the spherical surface is always 0. So this is the electric field around and spherical cell. There are three cases: electric field outside the cell, electric field on the cell and electric field inside the cell. Okay, thank you.